We're just going straight into it. Nothing. Just Mr. Roper. That's all we need.
That is it.
It's a new year. Mr. Roper is leading the way.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Look how excited Magoo is. Remember this favorite?
I wonder what he's eating this week. Does he eat things just every week? Does he?
It's weekly.
What day?
It's just fast food stuff.
And what days he do it?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Huh.
Well, Casey's here. He told me before he's going to dip out for a little bit and then be back.
Okay.
Hey, Kid Guzzy's here. Look at his Fairchild Channel F in his little circle there. He's a big Fairchild Channel F fan.
Oh, my goodness.
He's the one who sent those pictures. That was awesome.
Wow.
Lance Jennings is here.
Woo!
I did a short featuring Lance Jennings.
Was Lance short?
He was not.
Tall. He is rather tall.
Support the channel.
Hit button. Smash that button.
Yeah, it's a brand new year.
It is.
2023. Hey, did you see I've got Hunting Score, that game Pete sent. I've got it up here. My only complete Atari game. Well, I don't know if it's complete. To be honest, I didn't even open it up. It might just be a box.
Wow.
Hopefully it's
a box. It's either complete or completely not all there.
So I learned from Casey Nightall today that there was an Intellivision magazine back around 83 or so, which I never even heard of. It was 6 issues, he said. And he's got 5 of the.
Do they have PDFs online?
They might. There's actually there's a site online that's all they do. They try to acquire as many issues of magazines as they can, then they scan them in and put them there. I can't remember the name of that website though.
You could use that. You could use that term. That word. Museum. They curate.
Yes, they curate
magazines.
Hold on one second. I have a cat scratching the door.
You got cat scratch fever?
Kind of.
Kind of.
So I'm going to open the door so he stops scratching. He'll come in. He'll do a walk around. He'll be gone in a minute. Hey, can you come in, buddy?
Oh, man.
Come on. Come in.
So were you saying that Casey's got 5 of the 6 issues?
Yeah, I think he said he's missing issue 1.
Oh, crap. Kind of reminds me of when I was collecting the Star Wars comic books.
Hello, buddy.
And I missed the beginning ones. My brother's like, "Why didn't you start collecting those when they start?" I go, "Dude, nobody knew what this thing was."
Exactly.
I don't have a lot of money. I'm a kid.
You're correct, Brian.
I don't just go around randomly buying comic books. I'm like, I got what I like and I buy what I like, and who knows what Star Wars is and the mess that it would become. Had to throw that in for Pete.
Took your advice, ordered a copy of Magic the Gathering Battlegrounds. Yes.
Ooh.
I don't know if you like Magic the Gathering, Salvatore, but it's a really cool card game. But what this does is it's like more of a real life thing, where instead of playing cards, you're actually this was it Planeswalker, whatever they're called, and you're casting spells, and the spells are usually creatures. There's other things you can do, but you see it play out in real time. The creatures will go and they'll fight each other.
Wow,
it's really cool.
Wow.
was so cool. We took our old Xbox and that game with us on vacation. And
Really?
every night we ended playing Magic the Battlegrounds or Magic the Gathering Battlegrounds.
Wow.
Yeah, my mom's here.
Yeah, Junebug. So, welcome to the Intellivision Revolution. Let's see, images for Intellivision magazine. So that's what it was called, was Intellivision magazine.
Yeah. Casey Stewart does have an Intellivision in some games.
I does. I finally got my computer rolling. I'm sorry, I'm so slow. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't sit here and self-deprecate. It's not like that.
The magazine's called Intellivision News.
Intellivision News. All right.
I
still don't see a cover for any of it.
That's a cool Burger Time cover. Yeah, this is all from Casey. He sent that.
Well, Casey could just do it.
He could. Come here, buddy.
Casey could just scan all those magazines for us and send it to us.
Come up here. Oh, this cat's so funny. He wants to be in here. He wants to be petted, but if I go to pick him up, he'll run away.
Oh, shoot.
Well, he spent the first 6 months of his life living on the streets.
Oh, wow.
So he has an incredible sense of survival. You can see it just in the house. He doesn't take any chances.
We'll have none of that. I'm out of here.
It took him like a year to finally even approach me.
Oh, man. My cat just recently had a tooth removed, and he's much happier.
Did you do the old string on a doorknob and slam
We did. We did. Now, I right before I did, I go, and then I ran out the door.
In case someone tries to take my cup.
Oh.
Foiled.
Yeah, that drives me nuts when the cats are like, "What is this?" You're like, "It's a cup of water." Oh, should I knock it over? Dang. No. Twit.
Oh man, he just wants scratches and scratches.
Oh, Casey, how many games do I have for it? Quite a few. Actually, up there is my. You know what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to put an extra, because those are all in cases. I'm gonna have to put an extra label on there with Lance's picture.
Oh, wait!
And that's my Lance collection.
Wait a minute, it just jumped on my lap. Look at this.
Trying to prove you wrong, dude. That's what cats do.
He's purring. He really wants to get down. He wants to claw me.
I think everybody in this chat right now would agree that if they jumped up in your lap, they would be purring.
No kidding.
No kidding.
That's hilarious. He jumped up here. Then I grabbed him, picked him up, and then he was done.
I'm just, that's enough. This is really more than I bargained for. I got to get down.
Hey, Go Game Aquarium is back.
No longer feeling much better.
Yeah, let's have a party. So since last week, we picked up a bunch of subs. So I'm curious if any new subs are here. Let us know in the chat.
Yeah. Say hello.
Say hello.
Hello.
Kid Guzzy, who I showed earlier, he's fairly new.
Yeah.
He's been here a couple weeks, I think. He missed last week's show, he said. But he's here today, so that's great.
Fan-freaking-tastic. I don't know where Blake is, because I saw Blake today.
And the cat left.
Totally gone now.
So I'm gonna close the door again.
My little girl, as far as fluffy kids are concerned, has to wear a cone of shame for a week. Oh. She's got a week left. She had a little bump on her ear, and they were like, well, we can do this, or we can just let it play itself out. And I'm like, I'm not too into that.
Reincarnation of the Go Game Aquarium.
Oh, wow. How weird. I just watched, what's her name in Only Murders?
You cannot
Shirley MacLaine.
You can't kill the Go Game Aquarium.
No. Can't keep a good aquarium down.
Kid Guzzy has a stray cat rescue. Sounds like he has many of them.
Wow. I won't comment how many. As long as it's not so many that it's like that horror film where they chase the woman up the ladder in her greenhouse and then she falls to her death.
There's a cool shooter that came out a couple weeks ago called oh man, I can never think of the name of this game. It's called Cosmo something. Not Cosmo Kramer, but something else.
That would be cool though. You'd have a level where you have to paint a line in a rolling car on the road. See how
it's a pretty neat shooter because there's 9 levels, and the first 6 I got through on the first try. The 7th took 2. The 8th I'm stuck on. I played it like 4 times. So it's finally starting to get difficult. I'm playing on easy though. But for casual shooter fans, this game is pretty accessible. It's not like, although there are times you see on the screen it's got like 100 and something bullets on the screen. You're trying to weave your way through,
right?
But it's not too bad because some of those are just impossible. At least for me, guys like Dace from Schmuptopia, he's no problem. Yeah. He can blow through that stuff. That guy's awesome.
That's just because the thing about it, I think too, is the way I've been thinking about Uncharted, because I've been playing back through those, and I'm towards the end of 2 now, but I'm also playing 4. So I've got 2 going upstairs and I got 4 going down here. And the one thing I like about playing the hard levels, because that's obviously what I'm doing, is I'm trying to play all the hard levels so that I can get whatever trophy you get at the end of that. The cool thing I'm finding out about it is it works me faster and better than the easy level. If I'm playing the easy level, it's like pew 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 pew, you're like pew 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 and you're taking them out. But I mean, you die a lot in the hard levels if you're not an avid player that just sits and plays like every day for a couple of hours. I mean, those couple of hours I'm cleaning or practicing for the band or whatever. So it takes me a little longer, is what I'm saying. But it's great though. I love that feel when you get into a hard level and you're like, damn, there's a lot of guys. I mean,
I love Uncharted, the whole series.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're hiding behind a crate or something, like in the museum in Uncharted 4, and they're just shooting up the cabinet that you're hiding behind.
I said it before, but that the original Uncharted was the reason why I bought a PS3. I saw a video on it. I was like, this looks so cool. I'm not really into those games that much, but man, that one, I don't know. Something about it brought me in.
The very first one?
Yeah.
And that creeps me out, man. It's got those guys in there. That's when I
like the chatter of the guys you're killing. Like, you always hear, "You're already dead." Like, thanks, buddy. JWD is playing the Mega Drive version of Smurfs. Not sure why every Smurf in the village is trying to end your life.
Really?
Oh, I bet you it's that jokey Smurf. He's always got that bomb present ready to go.
Murderous Smurfs.
Kid Guzzy. Channel F was our first console as kids. I've always liked the more oddball consoles. I had Odyssey 2, Ballet Astro Cade, Jaguar, and the Atari Falcon computer. The only person I know that had a Falcon computer is TJ. Over on his channel there, he talks about that.
Wow.
Kid Guzzy, where's the TurboGrafx? That was kind of an oddball.
Right.
That was certainly the odd man out here in the States anyway.
Definitely that's a great way to put it. The odd man out. Yeah. Or odd woman, whatever.
I still think it came down. I think one of the big reasons I still think is because they weren't in Blockbuster. You couldn't rent them.
Right.
I heard several people say I didn't even bother with it because I couldn't rent them. I couldn't try it out.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Go Game Aquarium. What's it like on the other side? That's a good question.
There's reflected light.
There are 3 Europe exclusive Smurf games on the Mega Drive.
Wow.
Ah, yeah, there you go. You had TurboGrafx too. I'm with you there, Kid Guzzy. I love the oddball consoles. They're always fun.
I was trying to remember. Somebody was mentioning something about Japanese versions and of games, and I was just again just let you know about the different Japanese games. For me, it's just all stateside. I mean, that's my you know, that's my lot in life. You know, I just they were talking about that, and I'm trying to remember who that was.
So Kid Guzzy had a TurboGrafx, and then he got a Turbo Duo.
Ah, I never did. I wished I'd had. I wish.
Oh, JWD, I was watching Atari Creep's video just for the show. I didn't finish it yet. But yeah, he bought a Jaguar.
Nice. Nice.
Don't trust Smurfette. Yeah, I agree. She's trouble.
You can take her out, but don't trust her.
She was made by that Gargamel guy. Don't trust.
She was?
Yeah, wasn't she made by Gargamel? And then the Smurfs turned her good, I think.
You know, it's like Rise of Skywalker to me. It's just
I don't think she's a real Smurf. I think Gargamel made her.
Wow.
Correct me if I'm wrong, JWD. I have a feeling you probably know, since you're playing Smurfs.
Wow, Gargamel made her?
I believe that was on the Smurfs cartoon.
Wow.
Back in the, was it 80s or 90s? When was that?
90s.
90s.
That's diabolical.
Although the Smurfs have been around since the 50s, I believe.
That's like when DC put out Power Girl with the big, large chest real estate and with the big cleavage hole in the top of her outfit, and you're like, what?
There you go.
What?
Smurfette was created by Gargamel. She originally had black hair in the cartoon.
Wow. So she just bleach it? Does
she was evil, made from chemical Smurf essence in the 80s.
I like Smurf.
So I believe was it Payo who came up with that? I think he created them in the 50s. We went on vacation to Colorado in 1980, I believe.
Wow.
And we were in some little shop in Colorado. I think I told the story. And there was a box full of Smurfs. And I didn't know what the hell they were because there were no Smurfs here in 1980. Not that I know of. I don't think the cartoon came out until much later.
Wow.
So I was like, what are these things? I was pretty fascinated with them. I'm like, these are kind of cool.
You're like, these would be great on the other end of a BB gun. Home Alone.
I also remember the story of Smurfette was, oh, yeah, there we go.
Wow. That is wacky. She was supposed to. And then it goes blank.
And she deleted. Now she deleted that one. All right. Can we get an actual real comment here from CC Nation?
None of this makes sense. She was supposed to. Smurfette was.
I don't know what.
Is that short for married? I don't know. So today, like I said, I was talking to Blake today, and I actually went down to Vintage Vinyl today, and I had to get a copy of 3. That's can you read this note? Emerson, some other guy in Palmer. So 3 is the album that Robert Barry did with Keith Emerson and Carl Palmer, not Robert Palmer, Carl Palmer. So,
all right,
so they had that on vinyl. I had to buy both.
Oh, okay. So my wife just came in and she said that Smurfette was originally like bait, I guess, to lure the other Smurfs out.
Right. Brilliant.
Yeah. But then she turned good. Once she saw Papa Smurf, that was it.
Wow.
There's going to be a recent Smurfs homebrew game for the television, but the Peyo company got a cease and desist order.
Oh.
Boy, Peyo doesn't mess around, man. For a homebrew. Look at Disney doesn't even bother with homebrews. I mean, or any other
brews.
Yeah.
Here's a Mickey lager.
I mean, wait, I don't know if there's a Disney. I can't remember if there's a homebrew based off Disney, but I was thinking of Nintendo, because there's Donkey Kong versions that are homebrews, and even Nintendo, who's notorious for protecting their stuff, they didn't even bother.
Not touching that. Oh, awesome.
Peyo is as mean as CC Mental. Well, almost.
Oh, yeah, don't. Yeah.
They claim Smurfette turned good. He never, but Salvatore never believed it. I don't either. I don't trust her.
It's a wig. She cuts that black hair real short and wears a blonde wig.
I don't trust her either.
No. Cassettes and 8 tracks.
Whoops.
Well,
that would be a great. That'd be a great Smurfs movie, wouldn't it? Smurfette goes back to being evil.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I got a buddy of mine who I'd talk about an album, and he'll go, "Oh yeah, I had that on cassette." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" Collected lots of cassettes. I have a bunch of 8 tracks over there. Some of them, I mean, obviously I've had them for years, but the last one I bought, I think, was Van Halen, Diver Down. 1982 is when they stopped. Thriller was on 8 track, if you can believe it.
Yeah, we had a 8 track player. It was a big turntable and 8 track and cassette.
Yep.
All that. But I didn't have any 8 track. My sister did. What did she have? She had a Rush 8 track.
Oh yeah.
A Foreigner.
Yeah.
And she had Get the Knack on 8 track.
Oh, get out of here.
And that one, they switched the order of the songs, I guess, for time purposes.
Yeah, so they can fit as much on one program.
But then there's still one song that faded off, and then it came back on next track. I'm like, this is wonderful. Wonderful technology.
What the hell were they thinking?
It sucked right out of the gate.
Ugh. It's like FM radio. Hey, I got a great idea. Let's play some loud commercials, annoying commercials between, and then the DJ can talk a lot. Yeah, that's why I'm listening.
Oh yeah, Rush 8 track. They had such long songs. That probably would wreak havoc with 8 tracks.
Yeah, Xanadu would be 1.5 programs in itself.
Big Block's got a Trans Am. He's putting in an original 8 track player. Oh, I've told this before too, but when I was a kid, my parents bought a bright orange Trans Am, a 1976 orange Trans Am. And I believe it was the only year they made that orange. There was an orange later, but it was kind of muted. This
was
one was
like a Harley Davidson orange?
I don't know, but it was like a punch to the face. I mean, it was so bright. It was awesome because it had the big bird on it.
Yes.
Oh, that was great.
Yes, it did. You know what? I got to get rid of this light.
If I had the money, that's what I would do. I would get an old Trans Am, get it painted bright orange again, put a bird back on there, and then you drive around. And then I'd park it right next to my Mach 5 in the driveway. Ooh. So I gotta get one of those too.
I think in my T-shirts that I have in my archive over here to make into pillowcases, I've got a Trans Am logo shirt.
Ooh, that's nice.
So if I make it to Daytona Beach, we have a great vinyl store called Atlantic Sounds. I will be there.
I've been to Daytona Beach a long time ago. That's also where they filmed the classic Len video of Steal My Sunshine.
Wow. I'm gonna have to check that out.
That's one of my favorite videos of all time. It's
Wow.
they got signed by their what do you call it? The record publisher. So it's called.
Yeah, distributor, published. Yeah, but
So they got signed, and then they wanted to do a video for that, and so they asked the band what they wanted to do, and they gave them just a bunch of money to fly everybody down, including all their friends, to fly down to Daytona Beach for spring break.
Oh wow!
And to just film. And so all they did was they just filmed themselves doing goofy things, but the video itself is great.
Wow!
Like, they had to be like the greatest week of their lives. They had like pretty much unlimited money. They're just goofing around.
When you said that about the video, that there was an exact. Oh, okay. All right, I'll put this on hold for a second. Here, this is my.
She's like, what?
This is my little girl with little cone on.
You can't scratch your ear, honey. You have
the tough part is she bumps into things. Like she turns and then bunks the wall. It goes, scared the crap out of Christine last night. She turns her head and goes down the wall. And Christine, I'm like, I know. Stop freaking out. So anyway, she's got to have that on until next Thursday. Here, sweet pea. Hey, come here. Sit. Good girl. There you go. Good girl. But she's taking it pretty well.
You ever just throw the treat in the cone? See if she can.
I know. I don't. I can't. You think about it, but you don't.
Poison accidentally ended up in it, and she's like, "Get it out of here."
Uh-oh, I just did it. Hold on. She dumped it out. Oh my gosh. I thought she was gonna get her mouth on it.
You're fired, honey.
Come on. There. Say hi, everybody.
You've got a Knack coffee mug right there, Stuart.
I do. I love it. This is one of my favorite things.
Is there more?
This thing isn't going all the way over. Here you go.
Holy smokes, what's going on?
The Knack. Yay.
You're using it for the microphone. That's funny.
Oh, and Jeff, I meant to tell you. I was going to tell everybody else too. I just finished watching it. It's a wonderful movie about
Violent Night.
I gave it away when I said wonderful movie, didn't I?
Chuck, DJC loves Violent Night. He's going to buy the Blu-ray when it comes out, he said.
I just can't. It's so bad. It was fine to watch it once, right? It's a novelty, but it's not good enough for me to go, gotta watch that again next year. No, it's so bad. It's
a Christmas classic now.
Like, I already have Die Hard. What is going on? Why can't it's
I like this question,
so anyway,
Lance. Best music videos. Wait, what were we going to say, Stuart?
I was going to say, if you have Netflix, be sure and check out the Sparks Brothers. It's a wonderful film about the Mayo brothers who did Sparks. And Sparks is one of those bands that's been a favorite of mine for years. I've only owned one record of theirs. It's like Horselips, but Horselips isn't like that anymore. I mean, I have all their stuff now, but Sparks Indiscreet was the only album that I had. And that was in 75, right? 75. They had 4 albums before that. I did not know that. I thought Sparks was like their second record or something like that.
I did not know that.
But you have to watch it, Jeff, because there's somebody in there. And I remember, are you ready? 1 hour and 19 minutes. Be ready for that moment. But they had a scene in there where they're talking about the record company not wanting to pay for a video when they were in Europe. So they're doing an interview, and wait till you see what happens. I won't give it away. You just wait till you see. And the final Ron Mail's last words about that are hilarious. I loved it. It reminded me of what you were saying, where the record company's giving them money, and it was the exact opposite situation in this one. So the Sparks Brothers. I'll get my record out here in a minute. I'll show it to you. But Indiscreet is a great place to start because it's kind of in the middle of where they went and where they were. So there's a lot of their stuff I think you'll really like, Jeff, because of your Devo, our Devo love. So
Devo. Speaking of music videos, two of my favorite, like the one I just mentioned, "Steal My Sunshine" by Len.
Okay.
I've watched it so many times. And then, classic '80s, "Take on Me" by Aha.
Oh, that was a brilliant record.
Boy, there was a really interesting story about that video.
Or video, I mean.
Well, first of all, the song came out, I think, once or twice. It just bombed, and they finally did it a second or third time, and this time they changed the music video. Originally, it was just them singing, and they hired these people to make all these drawings, and it's like, man, what a great... Oh, Lance, I was just watching Sledgehammer yesterday. The video came on.
That's one of them. Classic. That's one of them I was going to mention too. Yeah,
it's so good.
And of course, there's... Oh, wait, here's one. Thunder. Wow, I don't hear a lot of people talk about Thunder. That's pretty cool. I'll have to check that out. I
also love the safety dance.
That was what a great time that was. Those and like the Men at Work videos.
Oh yeah, like their big song.
Down Under, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that video too.
Now the main thing is so here's a couple of ways to think about it, Lance. If you what you've mentioned here, what Jeff has mentioned and what you have mentioned is and one that I was actually going to mention too, Peter Gabriel's Sledgehammer and Take on Me by Aha. These are groundbreaking videos, right?
Yes, very.
And they're
tremendous.
Fun. But those were groundbreakers. I mean, all of that animation that was worked and done for Peter Gabriel, and the animation in another way for Aha. And I was thinking of course, the movie making and the use of John Landis for Thriller. I mean, they did a film about that. That was a happening.
Yeah. Now, music videos that would not be on my list would be anything by Billy Squires. And I love Billy Squires, but his videos were just god awful. I don't know what he was thinking.
I don't either, man. When he put out that Rock Me Tonight, I was like,
is that when he's flopping on the bed?
Oh, man, in a pink. It's all pink, and he's playing a pink Telecaster. And
I think that was just his way of getting out of the business. I think he wanted to do it. He came up with this great idea, and it worked.
What's the toughest thing I could do to myself right now? Really kind of feminize myself a little bit and act like a spoiled brat. I think that's what I do. I just it's just so weird. I was just like, what the?
Trying to think some other great music videos.
Especially when the song had that kind of a hard edge hook to it. It had that and the drums, and then he's, like you said, he's flopping around all over the place. And you're like,
to this day, Roger Matthews does not understand the video safety dance by Men Without Hats. Can someone explain
what the hell is going on there?
I've watched it so many times, Roger, and no, I cannot explain it. I just like it. It's interesting. It's a nice little countryside they're running through, and
yeah.
But did you notice when they get down to the area where there's like a little party going on? They got the maypole thing.
Yes,
people are just bouncing all over the place. And the left, leaning up against a building, are like, think 3 guys in modern clothes. And my guess is that that's the band. Other than
I
the
would
lead
assume
singer.
so.
But they weren't participating. They were just standing there watching everything.
Maybe it was
thinking, why does this guy get all the glory and we're just standing here?
You guys, I have a great part for you. Right at the end, standing against this building, it's going to be majestic. Seriously, you're going to be in the background. It's going to be great. People are going to love it. They will focus on you. Sometime there'll be a show talking about you.
I hear Pete explains it. They're Canadian. There you go.
That does. Oh my gosh, Big Block. Holy crap.
Oh yeah, ZZ Tops. They had some good videos.
Oh yeah, totally. This is killing me right now. because I was just talking about Revenge last night and I couldn't remember the name. I'm like, it starts with an R. What the hell's the name of it? I just having a bad moment where I was just like, I had too many other things on my brain. I'm like, what is the name of that album? So it's weird that you said Revenge. Here was the thing too about that. I know why I was talking about it. We were driving through our old neighborhood to go get Daphne from the vet. And we went by these apartments, which are just like single floor apartments. And there was a gentleman who lived in one of those when we lived in that neighborhood. I don't remember how I met him, but he said, I've got a leaked
Still there?
and I think it was the Carnival of Souls album. But something tells me, though, that it might have been Revenge. Each of those had their own kind of opening. But I think it was Revenge because I think it was the opening of Unholy. And it was really wild. So when I hear that song now, I'm like, wow, I remember hearing that and going, is this really Kiss? What is this? You know? But it really was. It was months or a year before the release. So
Wow.
It was really, really wild. Really wild.
The great comment by Brian. Billy Squire didn't even have Ted McKinley in his videos. He ruined his career.
No, I'm serious. Ted McKinley, I don't even need him. I got an idea.
Oh, God.
Because Don't Say No was, I think Don't Say No was the album before. I think that was on Emotions in Motion, I think. I'm just trying to remember the order. There may have been one in between Emotions and Enough is Enough. No, I think it was Don't Say No, Emotions in Motion. Then, what did I just say? Whatever the other one was that I just said.
I just heard Emotion and Motion.
Emotions in Motion. Why can't I think of the one I just said? Anyway, but Tale of the Tape. If you've never heard Tale of the Tape, check it out because it's a really good record too. And he was fresh out of a 2-album band called Piper, and he would do some songs on Tale of the Tape that were songs that he had written that he did with Piper. Who's Your Boyfriend was one of those, and that's really, really good time. Really good tune. Rich Girl's another, or Rich Kid. Rich Kid is on that. Not Rich Girl, that's Hall Notes.
Chuck, I don't know why your comment about new single coming out got held. But I put it out there. I don't know why. I don't know why they flagged that.
Let me see what.
Billy's drummer had some Bonham in him. I'm not sure how to take that.
I'll tell you what, that Don't Say No album is fantastic. It's a great.
I'll tell you what, 2 Go-Go's music videos I really like are Our Lips Are Sealed and I like Head Over Heels.
Oh man, yeah. Great song. And they, some of those hits had, speaking of Devo, they had such awesome Devo things in them. You know, I do need to finish answering that question though. Revenge is a great record. I liked every No Makeup album.
Like them all.
I like them all. My least favorite was probably Carnival of Souls. It was just way outside the box. So much so that Kiss is like, we just do what Kiss does. We've got our own thing. Well, Carnival of Souls just kind of sounded like everybody else. You're like, you're not really doing what Kiss does. You're doing Kiss doing everybody else's kind of thing.
So you know what I discovered last night?
Oh, I'm afraid
on the Our Lips Are Sealed video, which I've watched so many times. Remember when they pull up to the trashy lingerie store with the car, and everyone piles out except for Jane Weedlin?
Yes,
Weedlin,
yeah.
And she's sitting on top of the front seat. I didn't realize this, but the lead singer, what's her name?
Oh, Belinda Carlisle.
Belinda Carlisle is in the car with her, even though they show her get out. So when they shot the next scene where Jane Wielden is sitting there. Belinda Carlisle's back in the car for some reason, but she's trying to hide. And I only noticed it because you can see like the top of her, like her hair,
Yeah,
barely kind of move a little bit. And I was like, wait a minute. I paused it. I was like, there's someone in that car with her. I was like, oh, I've probably seen this thing 100 times. I've never noticed this. I'm like, wait a minute. That's Belinda Carlisle's hair. It's like, why was she even in there?
oh my god.
So weird. It was so weird.
You need to watch the it went so weird. You need to watch the Howard Stern episode with Jane Weedland and Belinda Carlisle. It got weird, but it's funny. And speaking of Jane, everybody knows what movie she was in, right? What character she played?
She was in Clue.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. I did see that too. I forgot. What was she in that?
She was like a delivery person.
Oh,
Delivered a
okay.
letter or something. I can't remember.
Okay. Yeah, and then she was Ms. Joan of Arc and Bill and Ted. But
yes,
she was in
JW
that
Beastie Boys
Sparks
are
movie.
awesome. What's
Beastie
that?
Boys, I get it, but I can't say that, hey, I listen to them all the time. I did review License to Ill when I was in college, and I gave it a good review, if anybody wondered.
Yeah, Walk Like an Egyptian. Great video, Lance.
I mean, come on. When she does, have I already talked about it on here?
Mm-hmm. The sign up.
When she does that eye roll, that eye move from one side to the other, shut up.
Oh, also, They Might Be Giants makes great videos.
They make great songs.
Yes.
They had a song.
That's another one of my top songs, probably top 5 videos, is Anna Ang. That music video is so good. I remember seeing it for the first time, and I was just like, what the heck? I was like, this is crazy. It was so good.
See, you have got to get into Sparks. I think it's going to be a great education for you. I think you're really going to like it.
Hey, Devastating Just Cause subbed. He's a music artist from Michigan. Well, welcome. We'll just call you DJC for short. How about that?
We could do that. We could do that. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Jane was a singing She was a singing telegram. There was shot after one line.
Oh, that's right. Wow. That was a great movie. I'd never seen it, and then
I just watched it last year, and it was.
Did you?
I liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
Well, Sella bought it. She found it cheap. She goes, I've always liked that movie, and I found it for like $5 at Walmart. And I said, well, we'll have to watch it sometime. She's like, yeah. I remember it had multiple endings, and then I told her about Murder by Death. So I found Murder by Death at the library, and then we watched Clue, and then we watched Murder by Death at lunch a couple of times. We did one movie, and I was like, Clue is a much better movie. Just Murder by Death was, when I rewatched it, it just didn't hold up for me. I just got to check this out too about Big Block. Carnival of Souls was kind of a lost album. Yeah. Crazy Nights may have been my least favorite overall. I'll tell you what, Big Block, that's got some of my favorite songs on it. It's got No, No, No. Crazy Nights is a fun tune. But what's the ballad on there? Sugar. I'll figure it out. It'll hit me unless somebody else tells me in the meantime.
Hey, JD's here.
Oh.
Happy New Year, JD.
Fight Hell to Hold You is on that album. I love that freaking song. I don't think Reason to Live on it. That's on the one where I met them. Hot in the Shade.
OK Go also has a lot of great videos.
See, I'm not familiar with a lot of these.
They're the ones that did the it was really famous. The I'm drawing a blank. What are those things called? You walk on them for exercise. You hold on.
Oh, treadmill.
Treadmill, yes.
Oh, they did the treadmill video.
Yes.
I remember.
I love watching that video because it's like At some point, you're like, how the hell did you even do this?
That's not a one take.
Because you're watching like, oh my gosh, it's crazy.
That's not a one take. Kurt did ask earlier, and yes, I am playing out at Tuners on the 14th, Saturday the 14th. I'm hoping you all will be there.
Hot for Teacher was a cool video. I forgot all about that video.
Very cool. Very cool. JD. Yeah, Hot for Teacher. And then there's a live video out there where Brad Paisley plays Hot for Teacher. A couple of songs on Crazy Nights, but a couple of the intros sound just like Heart. Yeah, that happens when you have those producers like that. Well, we could do this and it'll make you some money, whatever. Yeah, Ron Nevison. Dude, I was just talking about Ultimate Sin today. We were just going through Ozzy because I got in an argument years ago with a friend who said that Bark of the Moon was a great album. And I'm like, it's not a great album. Yeah, Addicted to Love got spoofed by who? Or whom? Whom?
I can't think
Anybody
of
know?
Tonight.
Anybody?
Weird Al?
Anybody? Colleen Camp for the winning clue. There we go. So much as my homage to retail workers doing what they think in their heads. Yes, very good, Lance. Yep.
What's that in reference to?
What's that?
Shania Twain.
That's who spoofed Robert Palmer.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
She had guys, right?
I just saw a little blip of it the other day. There he is.
Yeah. I took a nap before the show because I was feeling like crap all day.
I did too.
I woke up like really, really dizzy.
Oh, really?
I didn't go to work. I stayed home and worked here because I was so dizzy. I didn't wake up till like 9 o'clock, and I was like, I think it was a sinus or a allergy thing because
wow.
It took a while to feel better.
I was just tired.
That could be. I've been up late. Crazy dog woke up early, barking. He had to go out.
That's what happens when you got a crazy dog. There's a fun interview with a kid that played Michael Anthony. Oh, really? Wow. I'll have to check that out. When I went to California, to Hollywood, to hang out with Keel at their reunion show out there. The kid that was in the Right to Rock video was there as an adult. One of my favorite stories from that was a moment with Chuck from Quiet Riot, bass player. He's played with other people, played with Jafria, oddly enough. And he had this fringy leather jacket on, really, really cool jacket. And he's getting ready to go on stage. And he takes off his jacket and he's going to go in and sit in. And he looks at me and he goes, here, hey, I'm going to, what did he say? What the hell did he do? How did it go? Anyway, I was like, look, I can just hang it right here on this mic stand. It's just to be right here. I'll be right here. I like to keep it with me. Okay. So he takes it on stage. He goes up on stage and I put it behind the amp. And then he comes off stage and he didn't get his jacket. So I'm standing there and he's off stage next to me. He goes, oh, hey, man, I forgot. Can you go get my jacket up there real quick? So I had to go hop up on stage and get his jacket while somebody else was playing. I'm like, seriously? Mic stand right here. Could have just put it on the mic stand. But, well. Yeah, loved Shania Twain. Mutt Lange made many albums that shaped my teenage. Yeah, he sure did. And give me a yes or no, Big Block. Are you familiar with City Boy? JD's had sinus problems today too.
I just put up a poll for everyone. Your favorite NES ice hockey player: skinny guy, normal guy, or fat guy?
Ooh.
I'm going fat guy all day. That guy, you can. The great shot here is when you get a fat guy and you get close to the blue line.
Yeah.
And you're not close enough so the goalie's in the screen. He's just off screen slightly. And you just wind up, take a slap shot. And you're at the mercy of it because you can't see your goalie. Oh, I love that.
Oh, man. Fat guys rule.
I have a fat guy hockey t-shirt. I should wear that some night.
Fat guys have the same freedom as skinny guys. I mean, skinny guys can get fat.
Skinny guys are good for doing a little dipsy doodle in front of the net and scoring.
Oh, you aren't kidding there, man. The little dipsy doodle. I voted fat as well. No relation to that.
I voted fat.
Music artist guy.
I've never heard anyone say that. I voted fat. Boy, fat guys are taking over the poll here.
Oh, man. Okay, Big Block. Well, there you go. He also agrees on the fat guys. Check out City Boy. Go ahead. Wherever you want to start, go for it. But I'll make my suggestion because it's the first album of theirs that I ever knew, and I bought it at, you ready? Jeff, you remember these stores. I bought it at Venture back in Peoria. I was going through their cheap record section like I always did because I like a bargain.
How far out did Venture stretch?
It was a Midwest. I mean, I don't know how far it went east or west, but yeah, I was looking through and I found this cool album cover, City Boy, and I flipped it over and I saw the cool picture of the band, and it was called The Day the Earth Caught Fire, and it had this really cool painting of a back of a motorcycle and on the streets, and in the distance or somewhere there's flames, and then I looked down, produced by Robert John Mutt Lang. I'm like, I'm buying it. That's all there was to it. But yeah, there's a guy in there named Mike Slamer. Two things about Mike Slamer. Well, three things. He went on to work with his friend Billy Greer. They did work together in a band called Seventh Key. But then also, because they worked together with Steve from this. Isn't it weird when things escape you? Anyway, from Kansas, Steve Walsh. They both worked together with him in Streets. But also, thirdly, he did session work for Def Leppard for Hysteria because Mutt couldn't work with the guitar players in Def Leppard at the time. They were too wigged out. So Mike Slamer in.
Fastback, what's going on? Speaking of Venture, that's where I bought my Sega Genesis. I got a 10% discount because I had my grandma buy it for me. It was Senior Citizen Day, and then I paid her the money. She got 10% off.
That's the way to play.
Even on the hardware, which I think is kind of unheard of today. I don't think they would let you do it today, but
I don't know.
That was
why.
Pretty cool.
I mean,
because they don't make any money off that stuff. They usually sell it at cost.
I got you. What is this? Fat Guys Unite and form TwinkieCon.
I don't know what that means.
Not, and then the other one.
Oh, no, it's TwinkieTron.
TwinkieTron. That's great. The drummer, JWD says the drummer had the better voice. In which band? Slamer and Terry Brock were a great pair. Yeah. The drummer had a better voice in City Boy. I'm sure JWD is familiar with City Boy. But yeah, they had great albums. But The Day the Earth Caught Fire, if you want to start somewhere, that's a good place to start. It's freaking amazing. Retired. He's the only member that's played on every REO album. Neil Donny on keyboards. Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's classic. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, when it so if you haven't checked it out yet, though, be sure and check out 3 with Robert Barry, Palmer, and Emerson. So I want to make sure I say that again too. Yay.
Did you like those Bay City Rollers?
Oh my God. Come on. This is my life. We went into Half Price Books today. That was the first stop. And what album did I pick up? Bay City Rollers. You are flipping me out. What is going on here right now?
You should have waited till Saturday night.
Oh, you mean Saturday night?
Saturday night.
Could you spell that for me?
I don't know why. I like songs where they spell things.
I do too.
Saturday night. Word up. Remember? Yeah. WORD. Up.
Yeah. There's a song called Damaged by Blue Oyster Cult where they do that. There's a Steel Panther tune where they do that. And it's not appropriate. So, oh yeah, Mr. Big is gonna tour. Yep. I wonder who's playing drums. Pat Torpy was a super, super cool, nice guy. Died way too early. I got to meet him though. And who did I meet right before him, Jeff? Again, who did I see again? Right before I met up with Pat Torpy again.
I don't know.
Doug Feiger, because he was playing for the Knack.
That's right. He did one album with them, right?
Yeah, I think he may have done the what's the one? The Nice Guy.
Oh, their last one?
Yeah. Was that their last one, or did they do another one after that?
Wait a minute. I'm trying to think of the name of that album. I don't even know.
Just as nice as the next. No, what is it? It was what is it?
Nice is the Next Guy, was it?
Nice is the Next Guy. I think that's right.
The song in there? That was my favorite song off that album.
Yeah. That's going to be one of my favorite shows is when you and I get back together. When I get back to Hammer, when you and I can talk about the Knack. I just was listening to some of the interview, and you were there for that.
Oh, the phone interview with Doug Feiger? Yeah, I remember. At your old house.
Yep, that's right. That's right. Where we had our first Christmas party.
Very true. All right, we got 8 votes. We got to get more than 8 votes here.
Oh, they're not announcing the new drummer until spring.
I'm surprised there's not more Skinny Guy fans. He comes in quite useful, especially skating down the ice.
Yeah, and then passing to the fat guy.
Yeah.
For the unrighteous, unholy.
There used to be a move that I could do right in front of the net where I'd kind of go up, down, and as I was going down, shoot up, and it worked almost every time against the computer, but I can't figure that out anymore.
Wow.
I don't know. I lost it.
Matt Starr not doing the duties. Oh, okay, yeah.
So the new night court starts this month.
Yeah.
When is that?
I don't know.
Because Lance mentioned that night court started. The original one started in 84 in January as well. When is that debut? I assume it's on. Is it going to be on NBC like the original? I don't know.
I wouldn't assume so, but if they have the rights to it, I mean, I don't know who's got the rights to it. So much of that stuff just comes out on other things now.
Well, that's the thing. Is it come on like some kind of streaming service?
20 years ago, the Skinny Guy would have had more votes.
Okay, so the new night court debuts on January 17th. Wait, when is that? It's on a Tuesday.
Yeah, it is straight up dirty. It is. But I'll tell you what, if you've never seen Steel Panther live, or if you're into Steel Panther and somebody you love they would like it instead of cringing every time you played it. You got to get them to a show. They'll never get it.
Is there a Fat Guy Funko Pop?
Not yet. Damn you, Papa Pete. There needs to be one.
So Casey liked the original. I did too. I loved it. Where's Papa Pete been all night? He's just now showing up. There's only half hour left in the show.
He was snoozing. It's late there. And he's old.
It is late there. It's 10 o'clock there.
He's an old-ass gamer that we love dearly.
So I saw somebody wasn't doing a review. He was kind of doing like a preview of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And he said the first episode, I don't know how he explained it. You know, first episodes, sometimes they're kind of just, it's more like an introduction. And he said, he made it sound like that wasn't that great, but he said after that, he said the show seems like it's been on the air for a few years. So I don't know. For some reason, I'm hopeful for this. I don't know why. Usually something like this, I'd be like, it's going to suck. But I don't know. I kind of think it might be good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what does or doesn't happen on some of those shows. Like, I don't know. Sometimes you're like, okay, people, quit acting like you're in a sitcom. You know, give me the scene. Don't be nervous. Don't do whatever. Just play it. You're getting paid to play, so get in there and get it done. Like that horrific last episode of Seinfeld where it was like they called it in.
I didn't mind that too much.
I know you've mentioned that, and I was like, really?
I mean, it wasn't one of their best episodes, but it was an interesting take. It was an interesting storyline to get everyone, basically to get every single character back on the show that you wanted to bring back.
Oh yeah, and I thought all that was cool and fun. I just meant their acting. It was.
Well, I mean, the final season was not one of their best seasons anyway. Season 9.
You're right.
I mean, seasons say 3 through 8 were, I think, all better than that.
Pretty spot on.
Yeah. They weren't bad. I mean, there were some really good episodes in season 9. Wasn't Kenny Rogers Roasters in that one? Season 9?
Might have been. Might have been.
What is a World Junior semifinal? That tells me nothing. Maybe it's a Junior Mint semifinal. It's a Junior Mint. Speaking of Seinfeld.
That'd be wonderful. Learn to appreciate that last episode of Seinfeld over time. Yeah.
I'm with you, Big Block. I honestly didn't like it that much when it aired.
Yeah.
And I'm still not going to say it's a great episode, but I appreciate that they brought all these old characters back. That's about it.
Yeah. So, what is this? The film? What is that? Is that a music film? I should probably know what it is.
I've never heard of it.
Let's see here.
I'm looking it up. Megan.
Maybe happy ending.
Only in theaters Friday. When was this?
Never lick envelopes. Especially discount envelopes.
Remember when I think that was the final episode. Maybe it was the episode when it happened. I don't know. Or it could have been the last episode of Seinfeld when the doctor said he was describing George's the way his reaction to his wife dying. And the doctor called it restrained jubilation.
Oh man. Yeah. Well, you have the judge is the daughter of the original judge and having John Larroquette back. Right.
So she's Harry's daughter. I wonder who do you think? Do you think it's not Christine? Is it the mom? I think that if I said something,
you'd think. You would think.
Oh, I told you. Remember, I rewatched Night Court last year, And
Yeah, because you put Frasier off to do it.
yes. Well, I've gotten through 2 episodes of Frasier. Is this you're watching? It was World Juniors hockey.
Well, I know what I was going to mention. Has anybody watched Welcome to Wrexham?
Never
Oh
heard.
yeah. Oh, you haven't? It's a documentary about Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney. McElhenney. Anyway, he's one of the guys from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And they buy the Wrexham football team over in England, and they're trying to bring it back. So it's about how their first season goes, and they're back for another season next. They're going to do the next season. The documentary is being picked up again.
Yeah, I watched a documentary about a soccer team in England. Also, it was about a team that's been terrible for years, and they're just kind of following them for a year or two. And
interesting. Do you know how it works over there with all the different levels?
Yeah, if you're bad enough, they boot you to a worse league.
Yeah, it's a big pyramid, and then you just go down through the ranks.
I wonder how much shenanigans goes on there, because it sounds really interesting. But can you imagine if they did that, let's say, with baseball, and you get sent to the minors, your whole league, your whole team?
Oh yeah.
I would imagine there's probably a lot of corruption going on to make sure you don't end up getting sent down.
I don't know, man.
Unless
watch that show. It's on Hulu. You have Hulu, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
There's a Pele game on Genesis. Really? I didn't know that.
Wow. Because you guys were talking about the Intellivision one or the Atari?
No, Atari. I did a video on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pele on Genesis.
That's
because we got a ton of subs, and there was all these people. If it was from that video,
it
really struck a chord with people. I guess because I put it out the same day he died.
I don't know if you could. I don't think you can handle buying another sports team, even if you let one go to get another. I don't know.
Oh, wait a minute. So JWD, do you know? Are there any rumors as to what the next Atari Recharge game is? Because I would love to know that. Resident Alien on Peacock's one of my favorite shows. I've seen that advertised so much, JD, and just that. I mean, the commercials for it looks pretty good. I'm tempted to watch it.
Yeah, I started watching it.
Oh man, there was a show on TBS like 5 years ago about aliens, and I can't remember the name of it for anything. But it was so good. I mean, it was hilarious.
Well, have you ever seen Fire in the Sky?
I don't think so. Is that the story of Trevor or Travis Walton?
I think so.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I know the story of him, but I've never I don't think I've seen the movie.
And then have you seen Nope?
Yep.
Ha!
Well played.
Hello. You know what they were saying? That was it was supposed, well, one of the, I guess, should you say it's a theory? One of the theories is, or that they had said what it was, is it's supposed to be a parallel look at like Hollywood, about how you're taken in by the spectacle of it all. And so in order to entice you, the alien becomes this something that entices you or mesmerizes you. And then you're,
It was. I enjoyed the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I did too.
Ticket prices for the World Junior game will be held tomorrow between 1,250 and 22,000. These are kids playing, right? Juniors? I mean, are we talking like high school kids?
That's nutty.
I would think it would be free.
Right.
Um,
I don't know.
People of Earth. That's the game. That was the show on TBS. It was so good. And it ended. They pulled the plug on it. They even showed previews of the next season, and then for some reason they just pulled the plug. Oh man, if it's Berserk, I'll go Berserk. That would be a great one, man. I would love it.
Oh man. Oh, sorry.
Yes, that was the one. They had an alien abduction support group. But they had like 3 aliens on this ship that were interacting. And it was just so funny because the way they were portrayed, it was basically no different than here. Like you're working with people. Might be something you don't like. There's personality conflicts. And so they were having all kind of problems on this spaceship. It was just, God, it was so good. And there was another one that was on something. I think it was Yahoo Screen. It's no longer around. Was it called Inner Space? Maybe. No, that's a movie. What the? Oh man, I can never remember the name of this. I think it's on YouTube now.
Huh?
But it was on Yahoo Screen. Of all things.
Soccer Kid's brother has. And
Other Space. That's it.
Oh, Other Space.
That is really good.
Oh, Travis Walton said the movie Fire in the Sky was very accurate in every way except the actual abduction part. That's crazy.
Hoping for Math Grand Prix Recharge. That would be good.
Ooh.
Yes, the little bald gray alien was named Jeff. Oh, he was hilarious.
I guess, can I say that Pete is counting the days to the Math Grand Prix recharge?
Under 21, next generation of NHL stars. But you Canadians love hockey. I'll give you that.
What the hell is hockey? Okay. So I tried watching Fire in the Sky the other day. And because I'd never heard of it.
Are you talking about, this came out in like the 80s, right? Or
70s, 93, I think it was.
Oh, wow. That late,
and I was down at Frenchtown Records. Remember I was mentioning Frenchtown Records a few shows ago. There was, and the owner, Dave, was like, oh man, Fire in the Sky, that freaked me out. I think he had a copy of the soundtrack. And he was like, oh man, movie still freaks me out. I'm like, never even heard of it. So
I love those alien abduction stories. It's just fascinating.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, an adventure recharge. I never even thought about that big block. That'd be fascinating.
That would be great. What about a Pitfall recharge? They do a Pitfall recharge already?
No, because that's Activision.
Oh, I got you.
Which is probably why they won't do a Berserk one. I don't know. I think they're just doing their ones they own. Hockey is a combination of 3 activities: skating, playing with a puck, and beating the shit out of someone.
Would you would you agree with that, JD? I have a feeling he's going to go,
There's somebody I used to know. She was a big hockey fan, and she was talking about hockey, and it's like, oh my God, that's all she talked about. And she didn't like baseball, so I used to give her trouble about hockey all the time. I said, I was watching the hockey game the other day, and I said, you know what? I was thinking, what would make this better? If they were playing baseball. And she did not like that comment. I thought it was hilarious.
I was tickled. Alien abducted episode of Soap. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that, Lance. Oh my gosh, that's going way back.
Oh yeah.
That's a 70s, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's 79.
Late 70s?
Late 70s, 78, maybe into 80. I don't know how many seasons they had.
I don't think there was many, maybe like 4.
Yeah.
Man, that was a show when I remember a lot of kids in my class, their parents wouldn't let them watch it.
Right.
It was so controversial at the time.
Yeah. Yeah. It had to have been one of the first, like, I was going to say one of the first weekly gay characters we've had. Even though we'd all been watching Paul Lynde for years.
And Charles Nelson Riley.
And Charles Nelson Riley.
Nobody cared. Everybody loved those guys.
Yeah.
Charles Nelson Riley. One of my all-time favorites.
Yeah. Played baseball for 50 years, but you got to call a spade when players go on the 15-day DL. When it was damn blister. What's with the damn blister?
A blister can really hurt, though.
Bought Soap on DVD. How did it hold up for you? Have you watched it yet?
I'm curious. I don't think I would like it today.
I don't know.
But I don't know. I literally have not seen it since it originally aired. So maybe
I own all of Starsky and Hutch because I loved Starsky and Hutch, but have I watched it all yet? No. How many years have I had it? God only knows. I was having a tough time getting through Buck Rogers. And Aaron Gray's in that. Of course, Linda Carter was in Starsky and Hutch. Day to Day with a Collapsed Lung. Man. A hangnail. Some of those hangnails can be bad. It is our own fault, but still. Roger on American Dad is like Charles Nelson Riley. If they had a kid, didn't binge watch it, but it wasn't terrible. Okay. That's cool.
That's good.
No, I haven't. I mean, I think I made it through the I don't know how many discs there are right off the top of my head, but they're 2-sided discs. I think I made it through a disc and a half so far.
Yeah, Salvatore, I hope that, I've heard that theory too. I hope that's not true. I don't know. I don't, for some reason, aliens being humans from the future does not interest me. That sounds boring. I'd rather these guys be from other planets, have a whole different other culture going on. Because think about it, if you find out there's aliens, let's say you find out there's, several different races from all different kind of planets. Can you imagine like this? You'd be ordering videos of alien TV shows, movies. They must have stuff. I'm sure they have art and stuff. So
yeah,
that'd be interesting. A whole different lifestyle to learn about. I'm all for it.
Seinfeld, but I watch it more on TBS. Yeah, I can't do that. I'm always like, when commercials pop up, I can't do it. Watched all of Buck Rogers, JD says. When it happened, is that what you were going to say? I do know that one. I always liked the earlier special, Christmas, I think, but I was older when it became a regular series. Hey, Pete, did you watch the Star Wars holiday special? Do you watch that at Christmas time?
But Salvatore, even the praying mantis and the reptilians have 2 legs, 2 arms, torso, head, 2 eyes, and a mouth. Pretty much every alien species that people have talked about, I think, has those same characteristics.
Yeah, we did see Starsky and Hutch.
I never saw the movie for Starsky and Hutch.
I won't.
Looked a little silly.
I won't, because that's what they were doing. They were just making them silly.
Yeah, and it wasn't a silly show. No.
Season 2 of Buck Rogers is tough to watch. Great. Perfect. As if season 1 wasn't hard enough to get through. You get to watch season 2. Oh, and it's a toughie. It's a good thing I got a dental appointment coming up. Yes, it happened. I tried to delete and start over. Oh. Friends put. So what is raccoons?
I don't know.
Okay.
How to get your own Roku channel?
Wow. Yeah, I don't. How's that happen?
I had a Roku a long time ago.
I've got one right over there. Season 1, season 2, not so much. Yeah. This is all sounding like I have fun viewing ahead of me. Starsky and Hutch. Yeah, I don't want to talk about Starsky and Hutch.
What is that? What's SWHS?
Something we talked about every year. Oh, the Star Wars holiday special.
Oh, okay. 62 Canada, everyone.
I tried to start watching. Okay, every year a while back, made it through once. Is that kind of like Rise of Skywalker? I made it through once. It's harder now. That's what I told her.
I used to run a channel called Slobberknocker TV.
Huh.
What?
We're learning some cool stuff tonight about.
Why don't we get a GoGameGo Roku channel?
That would be frigging amazing. And then we could put our own shows on it.
Starsky and Hutch on the original Xbox is good.
Oh, I have that. I had it.
I didn't know they had a video game.
Yeah. I remember a tough time with it. I don't know why. I don't. It's just that bad. Wait, do you mean Rise of Skywalker?
How bad can it be when it stars B. Arthur?
Oh, it can be bad.
Star of stage and screen.
I know. And tries to and had the power to make everything good. Except that. The only thing that made that thing good was an animated Boba Fett. Yeah, I used to have that. I think I may have sold it. The Starsky and Hutch game, which seems weird. That doesn't seem like something I would have sold. But I don't think I was getting it. So I just kind of let it go.
Oh, I said that there was a TV show called Other Space on Yahoo Screen, I think it was called.
Okay.
They tried doing a video thing. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. But who's in it is 3 people that people would recognize. The woman who does the AT&T commercials, Lily.
Yeah.
I don't know her name. She's got a long last name. I don't remember it.
Okay.
I don't know her first name, but she's in it. From Mystery Science Theater 3000, Joel Hodgson is in it.
I was wondering if you're going to say Joel.
And then Trace Ballou, the guy who did Crow. He's in it as well.
Wow.
Well, his voice is. I think he's a robot or something. Yeah, I think he's a robot.
Still a robot.
Yep, still a robot.
Yeah. Oh, here. Yeah.
Her name is Vein Rubber.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
It's something like that. You're right.
Wow. That's like Steel Panther meets James Bond.
Wait, Harvey Korman is in the Star Wars Christmas special as well?
Oh,
How could this be bad? B. Arthur and Harvey Korman.
What was Harvey Korman in there?
Chewbacca.
Get a blue of Angela Lansbury's 80s werewolf movie in the Company of Wolves. I remember that, but backed out. The only Angela Lansbury movie that I really wanted to own that I bought on Blu-ray is Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
Oh, I thought you were saying Beauty and the Beast.
True, I have that, but she wasn't in it.
So on our
we enjoyed Spirited, yes.
On our streaming device, they show this ad for Spirited all the time.
Yeah,
at least they did before Christmas.
Yep.
And it is the worst little painting or drawing I've ever seen. It's both the main actors, was it Will Ferrell and
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. They're both in this position like wait a minute. They're both like doing like this, like they're running or something.
Yes, right.
But then their heads are both just straight ahead. It looks so stupid. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is wrong with you guys? Hey, Eep's here. Where have you been, Eep?
Yeah, Eep. You're still. Ooh, I can hear like an out of breath Eep. Like, okay, you're still on.
Whew, got back in time.
Whew. That's a close call.
Wait a minute. There's a Paul Lynn Halloween special.
Yeah, there's a Halloween. Yeah, Kiss is in it.
Really?
Yeah, they do Beth. I guess it was when Destroyer came out. I guess what they do, they did Beth. I know they did Beth because the whole band is just standing around. They're just all standing, or they're around because there's nothing else in Beth but orchestration and piano. That's the weirdest thing about that song for Kiss. It's
what is Beauty and the Beast Platinum from Disney Rewards? What is that?
it's the DVD. That's just what they call it. It's like the platinum version.
Oh, okay.
So, and it may be their digital stuff is what I don't know, but I have it too. I mean, I have.
All right. Breaking news: Canada 6, USA 2 final.
Da-da-da-da.
I didn't even know this existed until tonight. I just learned something.
What's this one? Booking Axel Rudy Pell versus Yngwie Malmsteen. Axel Rudy Pell is a guy. We were just talking about him today because they had a card at Vintage Vinyl for vinyl of Axel Rudy Pell, but there was no vinyl there. But he's a shredder that has employed the vocal of, I think it's Joey Gioeli, who was in the band Hardline. He was a lead singer of Hardline. Store-bought copy of Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. VHS player. Big block. I'm sorry. You can get them out there, though.
Margaret Hamilton. It's the Blu-ray platinum release.
Not digital. Yeah, right. Free with points. Okay, that's what. Kind of like, when you buy a bunch of cigarettes and you keep the boxes and then you can get free stuff.
Marlboro points.
Yeah, buddy. I used to find Marlboro packets on the ground and I'd start collecting them because I'm like, I might as well use the points. First of all, I'm saving the environment and I can just get free shit. So, Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. I have a DVD of that.
There you go. Into the poll. Fat guy won 72%. Crushed him. Skinny guy did get a vote or two. Probably.
Fat guy in a little coat. That's what we need to play after that.
Yeah, skinny guy in a little coat. Doesn't make any sense. Not funny at all.
It does not.
Because it would fit.
That's like a blanket.
I don't know why this Eep's comment, maybe I should play hockey if people like the fat guy. That was flagged. I don't know why that was flagged.
I don't know. Not out of
bizarre. I can't think of any reason why.
But a little bit of panic. I've been negligent in my attendance. I apologize to a friend of mine today because I was hoping I was going to get over there and meet her new dog, but I didn't get a chance to.
Salvatore, I don't watch NFL anymore, so
yeah, we were just talking about that today too. I was like, I don't, because Blake was asking me if I watched the Packer games, and I'm like, I'm just not interested anymore. It's
yeah, Joe Camel points. I forgot about those.
Too contrived. Yeah, that's right. Penis snout. I mean, Camel cigarettes. Kiss Meets Fan of the Opera. Well, actually, that happened, right? Is that because somebody said it? Actually, Kiss did meet the Phantom of the Opera when Paul Stanley was the Phantom.
Wasn't there a Scooby-Doo episode of Phantom of the Opera? Wasn't it like a Phantom or something?
Yes.
That sounds familiar. Maybe it wasn't Phantom of the Opera, but wasn't it something similar?
It was a Phantom nonetheless. But what was I going to say? Oh, Kiss Meets the Phantom. So one of the best places to watch Kiss Meets the Phantom is on the box set Kissology, because they have Jeff. You're gonna love this. It has the Japanese version
Of what? What, you're frozen?
I am. I'm not frozen here.
Not now.
Oh, weird. So you're gonna love this because they have the Japanese version on the Kissology box set. And in the Japanese version, they took one song from each of their solo albums and put them in boring parts of the movie. So they're walking through an area and they're playing Mr. Make Believe, which was on Gene Simmons' album. And then I think they had Kind of Sugar Papa Likes from Peter Criss, maybe on one of the other areas. But it was all these kind of transitional scenes. And they were playing one of their solo songs over the action, but it wasn't action really. So I did see, for how much was it? $30 today. They had a picture vinyl of Paul Stanley's solo record.
All right, we're past 8:30.
Woo!
Time to call it a night.
That was quick. Oh, I have a Joe Camel shot glass, Salvatore says. Use it often.
Seems like every other episode of Scooby-Doo had a Phantom or the Harlem Globetrotters. Oh man. All right, here's Pete. He's getting rid of us.
I think it's weird that it froze. I didn't even froze here. I didn't see anything froze here.
You've frozen a few times tonight.
Wow, new system. Weird. Oh, I know why.
It doesn't last long. It was like 2 seconds.
Oh, okay. I was trying to transfer over some stuff, and I wonder.
We stayed for you.
We did it for you.
Checking prices of tickets for tomorrow night's gold medal game. Pete, you gonna get that $22,000 ticket? Damn you, GoGameGo.
Casey dipping a toe in the Pete waters. Yay, Canada. We love you, Canada. Oh, man.
All right, guys. We were
driving for an hour last night and actually listened to the song. I listened to that recently, too. Wasn't ready to try the whole music from The Elder again. Yeah. Yep. There was a woman over in Europe that said the same thing as they always said. It was a good record, just not a good Kiss record. Everybody have an awesome rest of the evening. It's great seeing everybody here tonight, and a happy new year again.
What happened to Pete? He's gone. He's always late with gone.
He froze.
Oh, there you go.
He's taking a page from my book. Good to see you here too, JD. Everybody else.
$46,000 for a ticket. Well, seems like a lot of money for a high school hockey game, but if you got it,
I just think you'd be done with that going, damn, what did I do? It's not like when I decide to spend $15 on a record. It's not the same.
I couldn't even spend $500 to see the Cardinals in a World Series game. I just can't do it.
I can't do it. I can't.
Hey, it's beef jerky time.
Woo!
That should be our new sign off.
Snap on Slim
and
Jim.
It's beef jerky time, folks. All right. That's a great way to leave. It's beef jerky time, everyone.
Beef jerky time.